Right now, school board elections in our area are underway for several districts, and a question voters want to know from board members are how they view book bans and restrictions. WCNC Charlotte Shamaria Morrison shows us how the next group of elected board members at CMS will likely face questions about its policy.
It's been a common theme at school board meetings to read aloud passages from books that are deemed risky or by some even inappropriate. Well, that's not enough to get a book taken out of a CMS school according to its current board policy. But just like other districts around us, people want that to change. CMS has a committee of people who help decide what books should and shouldn't be in individual schools. The current policy tells them to avoid judging books by single passages, like this one.
Learning how to find a partner's personal style can take ages.
The specific book being read goes on to talk about sexually explicit content that we can't air.
Any teacher that puts material like this on his or her bookshelf is either a bad teacher or a pedophile who grooms children.
Internal emails requested by the Mecklenburg County chapter of Moms for Liberty shows at one time the book was on a, quote, book tasting assignment. It required parents' signatures to read. The principal at that school says he asked all 7th grade teachers to, quote, remove the existing files if they had any. The conservative-leaning parents advocacy group says it's not enough.
I don't want books removed. I just want informed consent for parents, and I want to be able to opt into a system that restricts access to certain levels of content.
Brooke Weiss, the group's chair, says they've talked to school officials about a rating system. Experts say appropriateness in books are subjective and districts must be careful.
When receiving petitions to remove material, have processes and procedures on the books that they can follow, and that they follow them in a clear, consistent, and fair manner.
Weiss says despite public critics, she's found common ground with people who thinks books with explicit scenes shouldn't be accessible.
There was a gentleman directly behind Christy that literally put his fingers in his ears, okay? That man found it just as offensive, you know, as Christy, a white conservative woman.
The current process to get a book out of a CMS school is board policy, so that means any changes to it has to come from the school board itself. So far, they've shown no appetite for this. Shamaria Morrison, WCNC Charlotte.